I can't sometimes, and I need to vocalize that. There was this person, and it applies because we have a Catelyn double feature this week.
You gotta do it in the voice.
This person, I gotta do a double feature. But no, this guy, like, because I can't with all like the bad faith Catelyn slander with like the she caused everything, or she was so mean to Jon, or blah, 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 blah. And like there was a video about it, and people were like commenting under it, and this one guy goes like, because someone's like, how people react to Catelyn is like my litmus test for like what I think of their opinions, and this guy like comments under it like, so do you support her abusing Jon? Do you support her abuse of Jon? And the way I snapped in the middle of the day, because I'm like, I can't. And I responded, Spicer. I responded, I'm like, yes, I do. In fact, I wish she'd gone harder. I wish she'd screamed. I wish she'd called him names. I wish she'd thrown hands. Because you know what? Then at least y'all could have a point. At least then we could be like, oh yeah, no, she was terrible. But instead I have to listen to you guys bitching at the fact that this woman ignored and avoided the child who still got to grow up in a literal castle with the other rich kids. So you know what? I think we're fine. And I think we're fine.
And also, she was not his mom.
No.
Like, that's not her child.
No.
That's not her child. And also, she's not real. There was no abuse. There was no abuse because guess what? Catelyn is a character written by one George R.R. Martin in a book. So your fave, there was no abuse because it's a fucking book.
There was no abuse either in the fictional sense or the literal sense. None of it. There never. The one time she talks to him, she was mean. Sure, the one time. If you think that, like, one mean comment is a lifetime of abuse, my God, your life must be amazing. And I'm jealous because the lack of adversity that you faced is shocking.
What's going on, baby? What's your life like? What when you wake up in the morning? Are the birds singing? Does the sun greet you? And just, oh my God.
The boys are not all right.
They're
not.
The boys are not all right. The loneliness epidemic strikes again. I
can't laugh every time. Every time that's mentioned, I laugh. Just go talk to someone. Go make a friend.
Go make a friend. Go join a kickball league. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Something. Go to. It's like, I'm sorry that like you refuse to put yourself out there, and you expect like somehow like women and friendly men to like congregate around you, be like, yes, it's the one we want to be around. Yes, the guy who stares at me unblinking as he like lusts in my direction. Like, that's the man I want for me. Like, no, just be normal.
As the resident autistic baddie, I'm here to report you can talk to people. It is possible. Yeah. It's not fun. It's not fun. Yeah. I don't know. Come up with a trick. You look at their cheek, not their eye. I don't know, man. Like figure it out. Yeah. Like I make friends all the time. In fact, I have to tell people I don't want to be their friends sometimes. It's fine. If you want to be my friend, be my friend. Anyways, but
I don't know if I agree with that personally. Don't be my friend. No, I'm saying like I don't want. No. I'm saying for me. I'm saying like you said if you want to be my friend, you could be my friend. Like about you, I'm like if you want to be my friend, like
you must be this tall to ride the Rhani ride.
I mean,
anyways, on that.
Welcome to A Song, Spice, and Rhani, Game of Thrones, Song of Ice and Fire podcast for the girls, the gays, the theys, and the well-behaved straights who are apparently this tall. And yeah, every single week we're gonna. Oh no, I'm your host, Rhani. I know the opening. I'm your host, Rhani. Who are you?
I'm that other girl, that other guy, Spicer. Making an announcement.
He, she, they?
Yeah. a strong he, she, they. I'm as he him as they come. I always say my gender
Yeah.
pronoun my pronouns are Oxford Tweed. Like I'm sorry. I am it is I am as he him as they come. I'm sorry. I'm just gay. I'm just gay.
No, 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 no. You can conceal, don't feel. Um,
Do the rest of the damn intro. I don't care anymore.
and every single week we're gonna go over 3 chapters of the A Song of Ice and Fire book series, currently on A Clash of Kings, and we're gonna break down what happens, the lore, theories, and our favorite deaths. Spicer, are you alive this week? Do you feel alive?
Um yeah, I guess. Though you know who ain't alive and is sad? Jane Goodall. Pour one out.
Oh yeah,
Pour one
yeah, yeah,
out.
yeah.
Our
Is that this week?
conservationist. That was, or I think it might have been last week, but I think it's. I can't remember.
It's like
Anyways,
wasn't that a bit ago?
well, because I keep seeing stuff because she like recorded all this stuff like posthumously, which I'm like, that's the way to go out.
Oh,
Record all this stuff
yeah.
posthumously and then have them release it after you die, where it's like, hey, dum dums, the planet's
I
on
wanna
fire.
I wanna like I want to send people on like a pre-planned like scavenger hunt with like all pre-recorded videos of me. Yeah,
Like
and
when you
like
made
scare
me,
them.
like when
Jump
you guys,
scares.
like when you made guys in the theater camp made me do a scavenger hunt for the box of Rice Krispies after you gaslit me that they were all gone, like that scavenger
Yeah,
hunt, like that scavenger
yeah.
hunt.
I I want to remind everyone that like Spicer does a thing where he tries to like bring up a piece of lore and be like, look at how evil Ronnie is. Look at the cruelty of Ronnie. Because yes, I gaslit Spicer when we were working at summer camp that there were no more Rice Krispies, and we made him go on a scavenger hunt to find a couple of them. But what he leaves out is that the reason we did that is because these Rice Krispies were for little children, and Spicer was eating all of them. So we had to, for the children that he didn't give a shit about, because he said, fuck them kids. I want all these Rice Krispies for me. I want them for me.
For me.
And yeah, did we teach you a lesson? We absolutely did, because we cared about those children. Unlike you.
We gaslit for the children. We gaslit, we gatekeep, and we
Yes.
girl boss for the children.
It's always for the children.
Oh my god. Anyways, what are we gonna talk? What do we do this week, Ronnie? Tell me.
Well, as we discussed, we have a Catelyn double feature, as you like me to say. We had Catelyn 3, Sansa 3, and then Catelyn 4. So the ladies' night or ladies' day, whenever you're listening to this. But yeah, let's jump right in. So beginning with Catelyn 3, Catelyn is meeting with some dumb boys. She's meeting with some really dumb boys. Because what's happening? The Baratheon brothers are meeting in a field so they can work out their problems. Are they gonna? No. But she's here. Catelyn has decided to travel south with Renly in the hopes that maybe I can convince these two chucklefuck morons to please think logically for 2 seconds, stop killing each other, let's get rid of the actual enemy, and then we'll figure our shit out at a later date. And they say no. She gets there first to the meeting place because Renly has to play that like psychological warfare game where he's like, "I'll be the last one there. Ooh, it means you're waiting on me," and that's what I do. 80s power moves from the business world, I guess.
From the school of Jack from fucking 30 Rock.
Yes, just nonsense. And so Catelyn's waiting there first, and then Stannis gets there, and they trade some not so pleasantries because Stannis is our artistic king who doesn't do small talk, and so he's like, yeah, I didn't like your husband. I am sorry he's dead, but I didn't like him. And Catelyn's like, cool, thanks. Um, and then what happens? And then Renly shows up. He's like, hey, fuck you, Stannis. I'm your kid brother, and I like to give you the business and like rib you and like hey noogie hey stuff. And Stannis is like, fuck you, you're a little twerp, but I fucking hate you. And Renly's like, hey, yeah, you're you're a no nonsense, not funny, it's too serious, dumb bitch, and your flag is stupid too. This is exactly verbatim what was written, of course. But anyway, we trade some back and forths. Renly pulls out a peach and eats it and is disrespectful. And then we learn some things, though. We learn Catelyn, for the first time, learns that Joffrey and Tommen and Myrcella are at least accused of allegedly being incest babies. And she's like, fuck, that's crazy. um, and, and so she's like, oh. So Stannis technically does have a claim here. So Renly, can you chill? And Renly's like, no, I don't want to do that. And she's like, God damn it. She tries her best, but eventually they're like, no, we'll just fight in the morning unless you stop it beforehand. And so she's like, fine, fuck it, I'm out of here. But then Renly's like, nah, you're not out of here. You're here and you're staying because you're gonna watch me beat Stannis' ass, and then you're gonna tell your fuck ass kid about it. You understand? Because I'm mean Renly now, and I'm not fun anymore. I'm being mean. Exactly as George R. R. Martin's prose puts it. And then yeah, and Catelyn's like, well, fuck, and then the chapter ends. What'd you think, Spicer?
Brunch Renly's gone. This is angry
Gone.
Renly. This is angry Renly at the gig. He is 3 margaritas in, and he is angry. He's got lots of feelings.
And you can't tell her shit. You
Yeah.
can't tell her that she is not the best that ever was. You can't tell her that, hey, maybe there's a different strategy, or like maybe we be humble for a second. No.
If you don't have star quality, what are you doing here?
I can't. It's oh god.
Though you did forget, we get a lore dump. We get a Storm's End lore dump. Storm's End lore dump.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna be totally for real. As someone who like talks about lore all the time, fully forgot this story. So I'm reading it and I'm like, oh, this is so fun. This is a fun little thing. Why do I never hear anyone talk about this? Because it's like fully fleshed out. So yeah, we learn like the legendary history of Storm's End, where there was a the original Storm King was Durin, who's definitely not Durin, just like in Lord of the Rings. It's different Durin. It's Westeros Durin. And Durin falls in love with the daughter of like the Storm God, and is like, yeah, we're gonna get married. And then they do, but then the Storm God is like, you stole my daughter. I'm gonna wreck your castle. And so he wrecks the castle. And then Durin's like, I'll just keep rebuilding it, and he has to rebuild it 7 times before he does so good enough to stop the storm. But once he does, he's like, yeah, we're gonna live here forever, bitches. And he also might have gotten help from Bran the Builder. Who knows? So many fun little tidbits. Hey.
I do love learning about pre the 7 Westeros. And now they used to have fun religions, kind of like our world. There used to be fun religions.
Before Catholics decided to be a bummer.
We decided to be a
everything has to be a bummer.
And then the Protestants were like, hold my beer. We're gonna make it even worse. Even pre Catholic Christianity was like fun. The Gnostics, they were great. They were fun.
Yeah. Because there's so many different kinds, and everyone was like just doing their own thing.
Just doing their own fucking thing. And then the fucking Romans ruined it all, and it's fine. It's fine. I will say there was a funny TikTok I saw where I can't remember the name of this like tradition in Wales where it's like there's like the guy. Have you ever seen like the videos of like the guy who wears like the horse head and like runs around? He like it's like a thing in like Wales where like there's a guy who like wears like a horse skull and like he's like a little like elder god basically, and like he like there's
maybe I have seen that.
There's like a word for it. Sound off in the comments. Yeah, sound off in the comments the name of this mythological creature. But it's like I think it's like during Christmas specifically, or like Yuletide, where like he comes around and he you have to like give him something or something like that. There's like Answer My Riddles 3 or something like that. But there was like a TikTok of that. It's where it's like I asked ChatGPT. Well, I asked the Welsh elder gods. and I texted my sister and I'm like, this is what we could have been doing. Like if our ancestors hadn't left the fucking British Isles, like this is what we could have been doing. It would have been great. It would have been great, Rhani. But no, but no, no. Anyways, um, yeah, but the first thing I wrote is, oh, not her thinking about Ned. Every chapter she be thinking about Ned. Which I mean,
I
like,
yeah.
it's her husband, and he died, and she's very
Mhm.
sad about it. But it's like the fact that we open up, and she's like, oh, all this forest that has been felled to build all the siege weapons, and did Ned sleep under one of these trees? When he lifted the last siege, ooh, I got my circular thinking. She's going off. I'm real sad.
I made the note with the next Catelyn chapter, but it applies to this one too. Like the weight of her grief
Oh yeah,
is just it's always there. It's always pressing on her. And it's so like sad after like in book one, like she's dealing with a lot, like, you know, Bran, whatever, but like once she gets going and she's like, okay, I'm actively thinking, I'm actively like doing things, I'm making choices, blah blah blah. Like there's like a liveliness to it that like here it's just like everything is just like she's like trudging. She's trudging from place to place and just like I just want to rest. I just let me go home to my dying dad or to my kids who probably hate me because they think I've abandoned them. But I'm here. But I'm here and I don't want to be here. And everyone's a dick. I hate Baratheons. Go fuck yourselves. You black-haired, evil, blue-eyed monsters.
and literally my next note was like trying to make peace between these brothers, and it's like because I do love the line that like was in the show of like if you were my sons, I would throw you in the same room,
Yeah.
and until you learn to love each other, which it's like it sounds like something my mom would say. Like,
Also, like this is one instance like the show I feel like lifts almost all of this dialogue just verbatim,
oh
which
yeah,
is why it's good.
the
Like
last
this
the
scene
last
is amazing.
the last three chapters, that's the other thing, is like I think like these
Yeah.
were super faithful because like I was like, wait, that's a line from the show. Like all of these lines of dialogue are from the show. Cool, good job, showrunners. It's almost as if George already took care of it for you.
Yeah. But before I do want to get to like some of that back and forth. But beforehand, a couple things I did want to mention. Catelyn, even in the throes of her grief, she is still her mean girl self on the inside. The way when she first sees Stannis and she just has to comment like, "Oh, he's balder than I remember." Like she can't let it go. She
she
can't let anything go.
she is a mean girl. Like she's a former mean girl, and it's like, and then we get this, and her talking about Brienne, like, and being like her being like, oh, she's so in love with him, and how unfortunate is that? It's like, Jesus, cat, calm down. We're trying.
Her and her homely face. Her homely face.
It's like,
God.
like that man would not sleep with you if you were the last woman alive. It's like, cat.
I mean,
Which we do get one of the
yeah.
greatest insults in this chapter when Stannis, when they're like talking about.
I have it written down. I
Oh,
have it
okay,
written down. If you want it verbatim,
go off,
when
please.
they're going back and forth, because Stannis and Renly just basically devolve into like squabbling children,
It's so
like
good.
almost instantly. It's so good, and they're just trading like insults back and forth. And Stannis is like, oh, that you married that girl that you wanted to turn into one of Robert's whores, and Renly I can't, and Renly's like, oh well, you'll be pleased to know she came to me a maid. And Stannis, our one-liner king, drops this nugget. In your bed, she's like to die that way. Damn. Damn.
Out of pocket, out of
Out of
pocket.
pocket. But this is a thing that I feel like this is something that the show like doesn't get with Stannis, because Stannis I don't think like ever really gets written very well in the show. Like he's fucking funny. He's funny, and the more you see him, Spicer, like he's always dropping lines like this where you're like, he's just calling everyone an idiot. He's calling everyone an idiot. He's calling them out on their shit. And I'm not saying that makes him like a good guy or that I love him or I think that he should whatever. But this guy is funny. He makes me laugh every time he's in a fucking scene.
You know who
So
he,
good.
You know who he is? He's Brian Cox in Succession.
Yes.
He's Brian Cox,
Yes.
fucking asshole, like fuck off, like that is Stannis. He's constantly like fuck off, like it's that,
So funny.
like just
So fun. And
just out of pocket and just no filter. Our autistic queen, just like no filter. Whatever comes into his head, like can't. And I wrote this down. Like he cannot be politic. Like he
no.
can't to save his life. He can't be like, let me try and do this or whatever. It's like, no, this is the way things are gonna be. Like, and it's like, girl, calm down. Like he can't be politic to Lady Stark to try and like be like, hey, this could be a possible ally. And it's like, no, your son's an open rebellion against me, and I'm gonna get him.
It really is. God. Sorry, I'm trying to think like how to organize my thoughts. Stannis just like is at such a disadvantage, as you were saying, especially with Renly. Like, not just because of like the sibling dynamic of like I'm your little brother and I'm gonna needle you, but like Renly is just like running circles around him
Oh yeah,
with the sarcasm, with the like with the verbal like wordplay, and like knows exactly how to needle him. And Stannis like can't help but like continue to like fall for it. Like Renly is baiting you. Renly is trying to make you angry and pissy, and every single time he does, he absolutely succeeds. And like Stan is like, how dare you, blah blah blah. Blah. I like consistently he's being described as like he's like responding with like unbridled rage. I'm like, dude, like
just
you can't let this kid get to you.
well, I literally wrote like Renly is playing Stannis like a fiddle. Like this whole
Yeah.
scene, he's just like, I know how to get under your skin. Like it's crazy. Also, I love how Stannis is coming in at a 10 with this like Lord of Light shit, and we
Yeah.
get fucking the new crest, which we have introduced the new banner, the new crest, the new sigil, and
Mhm.
our favorite lesbian from afar has come, being all witchy and shit, and just and the way that once again our mean girl Catholic girl Catelyn is like, what the fuck is this bullshit? What is this witchy ass pagan nonsense? What is going on? When he has his ridiculous sword that he breaks out, and Catelyn's like, what? 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 Just Catelyn, the internal monologue the whole time of just being like, what are you doing? Well, you're a grown ass man. Why are you behaving like this?
It's so I feel so bad for her like this whole scene just because like her frustration it like Catelyn Stark is truly like the epitome of like a single mom who works two jobs. Like it's just let her rest, and she can't because she has to continually like talk and deal with idiots all the fucking time. Why is no one smart around her? Why is she surrounded by these people? Ugh.
Sorry, my microphone went out for a second, so forgive me.
Oh, okay, you're fine.
Do I sound okay?
Yeah, you do.
Alright, great, fabulous. Sorry about that. So no, it is, yeah, no, it is crazy. This she is constantly surrounded by idiots. Um, I also just like there were just so many like funny like lines throughout it of where it's like when Stannis is like, fuck your husband, but it was real shitty how he died. I promise I'd bring you his head, and she goes, the way that all of these men who would be kings promise me heads.
Hmm. I love that line. That line is I wrote it down too, just because like that's all like she keeps referring to like everyone like the Knights of Summer and all
Mhm.
this shit. It's like all these guys just want to like play at war. That's all they care about. And she I will say to her credit, which I do think eventually Stannis kind of internalizes, where she basically like comes out and is like, "Hey, so you all want to be king, but like the kingdom isn't doing well. So
Mhm.
let's take care of the kingdom and then we'll figure out the crown situation later."
Mhm.
And that I will say a lot of people who really love Stannis,
Mhm.
they will use that line of thinking because like eventually like he will kind of come to think that way, like, oh, I should probably be like helping helping the kingdom more than just like going after the throne. And like this is like one of the first instances, at least like around Stannis, that we hear like someone vocalize that thought, like, you guys are fighting like for the wrong shit.
Mhm.
Let's maybe refocus here, because like who is actually important? And it's Catelyn. So, oh, as always, our smart queen.
Smart queen, despite what that bro in the comments, that victim of the male loneliness epidemic might think. I put, yeah, I wrote that down too. Over it's like, you are missing the point, and like this is the I love how this is the point of this whole story. Like, and it's the way that just like it is not about the fucking pointy chair. George couldn't be clearer. It is not about the pointy chair. It's not even about who would be the best on the pointy chair. It's like, hey, shit be going down. Let's take care of it. Like, there is a madman rampaging through the kingdom, just committing war crimes. And also, we got some ice zombies up north, but we don't know about that yet. But it's gonna come.
No.
It's gonna be a big thing.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. We'll get there. But yeah. The other thing I will say is, all I could think about was whenever she talked about the Nights of Summer, I think about that Sondheim song that was cut from Follies of the Girls of Summer. Have you heard this one? No, it's a cut song from Follies. It's gotten like recorded.
I don't listen to the included songs from Follies, let alone the cut. I like my 2 songs from Follies. Chill out, it's fine.
I was about to say, you haven't seen fucking Imelda Staunton like belting out like the "I'm losing my mind."
No, I like that song. I like that song, and what's the other one I like? The leave you.
There's that one. Oh, there's also
That one.
the other. There's also the Lucy is juicy and terribly drab. Jessie is dressy and totally drab. Lucy wants to be Jessie, and Jessie wants to be Lucy. Lucy, it's a great song. Great song. Great. It's got some great numbers in it.
Sure.
Great numbers. There's a lot of cut numbers. I think that's the show that he had the most cut songs from, because there's like a bunch of like cut songs that like everyone does at cabarets. Anyways, sorry, got distracted. But no, there's a song that is cut from that show where like they sing about the girls of summer get burned, and every time I hear the Nights of Summer, I just hear the Nights of Summer. Anyways, that's our Sondheim count. You can take your shot, audience that's playing the drinking game. I mentioned Sondheim in this episode.
I don't want to give people alcohol poisoning, Spicer. We can't have that a game.
Take a shot every time I mention Sondheim or Stravinsky. Wasted.
Gone. But yeah, and then like just to like finish, round it off, like, and then Renly's whole thing at the end where Catelyn's like, fine, I failed, fuck it, whatever, go kill each other, I don't give a shit, I'm gonna leave now. And Renly's like, no, you're gonna stay, because I want you to like get the message. And this is why like I really like stop liking Renly like at all.
Oh, yeah,
these
same.
last 2 chapters. I mean, it's funny with the Stannis scene, but like when he doesn't let her go, he's so
Petty.
I've talked before about, yeah, he's so petty. He's so petty. He's an empty shirt. He doesn't have like any actual ideology. He doesn't have any actual wants. There's no policy. There's nothing. He just wants to be in charge because it's fun. And he's not even like, yeah.
He keeps saying like the crown suits me, and it's like, what do you mean?
Based on what? Based on fucking what? Like your vibes, your own perception of your vibes. Like it's crazy because like he surrounds himself with yes men, and then like and then has this like totally like unrealistic view of himself that everyone then like perpetuates and keeps going. And it like brings out just like the ugliest color in him. It is like all of the worst of Robert, without like Robert still has like some nuggets of like goodness, in the sense of like he knows what's right and wrong. Like he doesn't have like a lot of self-control. That's Robert's issue. But like he does have a conscience. I hate that word. I always like struggle to say it.
It's fine.
Fun fact about me. But like Robert still has a conscience. Renly, I don't actually think does.
No.
It's very much just like, I want a thing, I will do whatever it takes to get it. And anyone who stands in my way at all, I want them to know like how much they've displeased me.
Yeah.
Like they're and it's so like icky because like you could, as much as I dislike Robert because of like the bullshit he pulls,
Hmm.
I because he has like some interiority,
Hmm.
I'm like, I do occasionally feel bad
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah. Same.
Like he's a complicated person who like wants to be better than he is, but like doesn't have the tools to do it and is constantly like failing because of that. There's a tragedy to that.
Yeah.
Renly's tragedy is entirely just self-inflicted bullshit, like a horrible, like a overinflated self-perception. Like it's all shit that's his fault,
Mhm.
and so it's so like I want to condemn him a lot more in that sense.
Yeah, no, I mean, yes, he is an empty shirt, like you said, and it's just like, it's also just like he's not doing the things that he should do right now, because like all of his advisors who are yes men are like, hey, we don't need to be bothered by this side quest. Like, there's no way that they can take Storm's End. Like, there's no way that this can happen. Like, we should just go take King's Landing, and then we have the throne, and then we can consolidate power, and if he's a problem, then we can deal with him. But like, let's go take care of the other guy. And Ridley's like, no, because I can't be perceived as weak. And it's like, he's so concerned about like, how am I perceived, how will people talk about me, but he's not actually concerned about like, because he's an empty shirt, right? He is a look queen, right? He is all flash and no grizzle, right? Like there is nothing there, not a thought in that head. But it suits him, Ronnie. But it suits him. It suits him. The crown suits him. He wants it. Give it to him. It would match his doublet so well. Ronnie. Anyways, that's all I got.
Yeah. Same. So let's take a break and we'll be right back. And we're back. We're back, and we've boarded the trauma train once again. Because it's Sansa III and King's Landing, and it's not a good time. Sansa is being hurried from her room by the Hound, who's like, "Hey, I would really go quick." And she's like, "God, what the fuck is he angry about now?" And she's like, it's so heartbreaking because she's like trying to dress well because she's like, "Oh, he likes it when I look nice, so maybe he won't hit me as much." But she gets down to like, I don't remember what room there is. It the throne room? And there is a dying cat to the side with a crossbow bolt in it because this kid is just a complete psychopath. And then she gets put before Joffrey, and Joffrey's like, your brother is a supernatural monster wizard, and him and his pack of wargs, they descended on the Lannisters, and they killed them all in the middle of the night, and then they ate the flesh of the dead men, and they did all this shit. So you're about to get the shit beat out of you, and so he's like, "Hey, Sir Boros, Sir Meryn, go beat the shit out of her." And then they do, and they just fucking do, because we're just gonna beat the 13-year-old for reasons. Actually, I don't even know. I think she's still 12 at this point. For
Yeah.
fuck's sake, god damn it. But they are like beating her bloody, and then at one point Joffrey's like, rip her clothes off, and they do, and so she's trying to cover herself, but then miraculously Tyrion shows up and starts screaming at everyone. Thank fucking god. But he has his like wildlings with him, he has Bronn with him, and this is another scene where it's like kind of verbatim from the show, where they're like, "Hey, don't talk anymore, Kingsguard, or they'll all kill you." And then he tells off Joffrey, he makes Joffrey look like an idiot, and then finally he like takes Sansa with him, and they take her back to the Tower of the Hand. He basically has her cleaned up, and then has a conversation with her, and is like, "Hey, I'm not gonna make you marry this guy. Like, it's cool. I get everything. As soon as I can, I want to send you back. Like, are you good, or is everything chill?" And Sansa is having like an entire like internal crisis where she's like, is this a trick? What can I say? What can I not say? I don't, what's going on? But finally she infers that like yeah, no, I just want to survive this. And Tyrion's like, that's cool, I'm gonna keep you safe, we're gonna keep you under guard, blah blah blah. And she's like, no, don't do that, because in her mind she's like, oh no, Sir Dantos is still trying to like get me out, so I don't want to be like holed up in here and then I can't get to him and then I can't escape, yada yada. And so she's like, no, just I want to stay in my room, I'll be fine. I can't be here anymore. I'll have nightmares because my dad used to live here. And Tyrion's like, okay, fine. So end of chapter. Boom.
Boom.
So the abuse.
The abuse. Oh, God. We also forget that Sir Dantos tries to save her because he voice kind of warns her and is like, hey, be brave. And then like when Joffrey's like, beat her, Sir Dantos comes up and is like, as the jester, like, oh, I'll do it, and like does like a play sort of like beating of her, and like kind of still humiliates her because he like smashes a melon over her head, and Sansa like in her head is like, oh no, he's doing me a solid, so that like, oh, I'm humiliated, maybe that's enough, and maybe like Joffrey will laugh at that, and like then he'll be satisfied and I could just go. But like, nope, that doesn't satisfy Joffrey. Joffrey's like, no, I would like her actually beaten, please. And they like throw Sir Dantos to the side and then they beat the child. No, it's so sad. I also love, there's the line at the beginning where she's like saying all of the things that she knows that they want her to say, and she like has the line of she knew the words by rote, and it's just
I will say, for me, if this is horrifying, obviously, but I will say one of the tools that I think makes it all the more horrifying, like in the writing of it, is the juxtaposition of like the violence that is being committed against her versus her internal monologue, which is so like matter of fact, and everything is just like it.
How
you
can
can
I,
tell
how,
like she's
how can I, she's like trying to like calculate in her head, like, how can I get the least amount of harm done to me?
Yes.
Like, what can I do? Because like I know I'm about to get hurt, but how can I sort of lessen the amount of hurt that's about to come to me?
Yes. And like her, like there's such like a clinical tone to it. Yes, avoiding the pain, but even like once it starts, like, okay, well, it'll be over after this, or like her telling herself like these like very matter of fact like things, like, okay, logically this is what's gonna happen, then this is what's gonna happen, I just need to get to like the point where they stop hitting me. And it's just like that adds like a whole nother layer of discomfort to the abuse, because like it's obviously horrifying that a child is being beaten up in front of us, but like knowing that like she's become like so numb to this, that this is like what her interiority is like while it's happening, is just a whole nother layer of like, oh god, this is horrifying.
Well, and it's I also just like her sort of like navigating this world and like who's gonna be my friend and who's not gonna be my friend, because like Sir Dantos is here to help me, but also like the Hound of like, I love the line of like when he said he grabbed her not ungently, like, and it's like she's like, okay, the Hound's not like my bestie, but like the Hound also isn't gonna like beat the shit out of me, and the Hound actually tries to stop it, and it's like, enough, like, please stop beating this 12-year-old girl. The Hound, the man who probably has the least moral compass in this room, is like, hey, maybe we don't beat the child, what does this actually accomplish? And Joffrey, the psychopath who just killed a cat. What did that cat
apparently killed a couple people as well, because he's like bragging about it to her, like, oh yeah,
the starving
peasants who came to the gates begging for bread, like I'm a baker, you think I'm a baker, and so I shot him in the neck. And like, it's so crazy. And I think with this chapter we're getting obviously another one of those examples of like yes, there are concepts of knighthood and oaths and honor and all this shit, but is it real if it allows shit like this to happen? No. None of it is worth shit.
Well, it's like I wrote this line of like Sansa realizing the system is a lie and actually just running the way it was designed. Like, because she's like, oh, knights aren't chivalrous, right? Like she's like realizing this slowly of like, oh no, they are here to do what their lord tells them to do. Like that is the purpose of a knight. It's not to protect the weak. It's not to be like this chivalrous thing. They are there to be goons for whichever lord. And like one of the Knights Guard actually says that because like Tyrion like points out, it's like, is this what a knight does? Do they beat a small girl? He said, no, a knight does as his lord commands.
Yep.
And it's like, he's not wrong. Like, and like, and like, this is the problem.
I was gonna say it's very the. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna say my thing, and then you'll say your thing. It's giving very much like the difference between like when you hear like a liberal be like the system is broken, versus like anyone else, probably to the left of them though, being like, no, it's working exactly as it's meant to, and that's the problem.
Yeah, no, like that's literally what I was saying. Of it's like the system isn't broken. The system is doing exactly what it is. It's just the farce has been revealed, right? The mummers farce has been lifted. We're no longer going. It's as if certain norms have just been ignored, and suddenly it's like, oh, none of this was real. You can just do whatever you want because guess what? We have an absolutist executive system, and wow, there's problems with that system.
No checks and balances? Really? Well, even if you do have them, sometimes they just stop working. It's fine.
That's what happens when you have a government that's built on pinky promises.
That hurt. But yes. I sorry, just on this line of thought, I just wanted to. I wrote down a line from George that I really liked. It's where Sansa like has this thought, and she says, "Knights are sworn to defend the weak, protect women, and fight for the right, but none of them did a thing." And so like that like moment of realization is like, again, just another extra layer of heartbreak.
Yeah.
Like after like it's not enough that she is like physically and like emotionally broken down, but like it's her whole worldview that's what's being like broken.
Well, it's different between like her and Arya, because like Arya was never fully like bought into this worldview. Arya like so it's Arya's just more dealing with the fact that she's a prisoner of war, whereas like Sansa is like, oh, my entire worldview has been shattered. Like, everything that I was taught to believe, and I was a type A student, and I did so well with Septa Mordain, like, on all of the quizzes, all the pop quizzes, I knew all the things, and I could sing all the songs, and guess what? None of it's real. None of it's fucking real. Oh my god. I'm a prisoner of war as well. Yeah, I also I do love that, like, we get the interesting perspective of Tyrion in this chapter, because I think the last few Tyrion chapters, or where Tyrion is here, has always been from Tyrion's perspective. So it's interesting to finally see Tyrion in a chapter where it's not his perspective, and like we get, because Sansa constantly refers to him as the imp and stuff, and it kind of has like a negative-ish view and very suspicious. And then I do love that she refers to his pet sellsword, who's Bran. like it's just kind of fun to be like, oh yeah, like other people have different perspectives of these characters. Also, we do get the iconic line of, "That wasn't a threat. Bronn, the next time one of them tries to interrupt me, kill them. That was a threat. See the difference?" Like,
yes. No, absolutely. Such a good line. And really, the second Tyrion walks in, like, everything, just the way he's dressing down the entire situation is so, like, just like cathartic. Just like, yes, please, like, just dress down these grown ass men doing the bidding of a sociopathic 13-year-old.
like,
God damn it.
like there's one line I wanted to read. It's a second, because it's later, after he sort of retired to his lair with Sansa, and is sort of like, because it's like, once again, all of this was because like Joffrey's like pissed that like, you guys, your brother, he, even though you didn't do anything, but your brother was like a wizard, he's a dark wizard. And then we get the line where Sansa, and I love how Sansa goes, "Then there was no sorcery." Lannister snorted, "Sorcery is the sauce fool's spoon over failure to hide the flavor of their own incompetence."
some good shit. That's some good shit right there.
Like,
Uh,
God damn it, Tyrion, dropping the bangers.
Tyrion,
Even when it's not your chapter, you're
always.
dropping the bangers.
On a similar note, another thing that I enjoyed was when he's doing like the dressing down of them in the throne room. One of the few lines, because again, this is like another scene where like most of it is like lifted verbatim.
Yeah.
But one of the few lines that does get cut, I do really love, where he's like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, why? She's supposed to be your queen." And he's like, she didn't fight her brother's battle. What the fuck? And Joffrey says she has the blood of a wolf. And Tyrion responds, and you have the wits of a goose. Just, just so funny. Just like, and yes,
dumbass. My other favorite line related to that is like later in the chapter. He's like, yeah, Robb is my father's bane, and Joffrey is mine. The king is the bane of my existence. Oh my god.
Also, when it comes to fun words, I do love right after Tyrion, like makes his threat non-threat, and Sir Boros Blount responds, but it says Sir Boros Blount harumphed, and it's italicized.
I clocked that and I said yes. Heffalumps and woozles, baby.
I love that. I love that shit.
Love it. My only other thing that I just wanted to sort of mention is just like the irony in this chapter of, once again, we're sort of talking about like this the scales have been taken off of Sansa's eyes, right? Like, this whole system is fucked up, right? Like everything's fucked up, everything's fucked. Everything that I used to believe is not true. And the irony then of the only honorable person in this whole fucking situation is the Emp, right? The person that everyone curses, and the demon monkey, right? And it's like, I know it's kind of like obvious. That's what they call him.
I know. Demon Monkey is so out of pocket. Every time I hear it, I'm just like, oh my god. It feels like I know it's meant to be a terrible insult, but it feels like
we went too far.
It's in slur territory. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
no.
it feels like someone saying like a bad slur, and I'm like, oh god.
Yeah, but it's just like this is this guy that like everyone hates, and it's like, oh, he's so dishonorable because he's disabled.
Yeah.
And he don't fight with his hands. He uses his brain. The coward, the craven, and it's like he's the only one who's like, hi, let me protect the child, the literal child that you all are beating.
Yeah.
Like,
and there's like a tragedy to it, because he like fully tells like Sansa, like, I'm gonna send you home, this is gonna be a thing, and I will even keep you safe like until I can do so. But because like the Lannisters are so shitty, and she has like, because she's had the rug pulled out from under her, because like her worldview is completely in shambles, she can't know if he's for real or not, or if this is going to be just another thing. So she doesn't take him up on like that offer. She doesn't like allow herself to just be like under his protection from now on. And that's, again, just like another layer of like, God, this like poor abused girl, she can't even like fully take the help because she can't know if it's real or not. And that's that's completely legitimate.
Yeah, no, yeah, same. It's real sad. It's real sad. That's all I got.
Yeah. Same. The last thing I was gonna say though is like I do appreciate that like she's making like conscious decisions and taking like her life into her hands. Like, so even though she like, because she can't like fully trust Tyrion, she's still like thinking like ahead, and like, I have an out and I'm not going to jeopardize that, so let me start doing my own planning, my own scheming, and like my own quick thinking, so that I can keep that plan alive. And I do appreciate that we are seeing, like, even in the midst of all this abuse, like these like nuggets of her like taking her own agency back, and I appreciate that. Anyway, and that is now all I had.
All right. Great.
Okay, cool. So let's take a break, and we'll be right back. Okay, fine. Okay. Are you ready? Okay. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Fine. Fine.
Okay,
So,
I'm fine. I'm fine.
sorry. It's just.
Don't forget, I could kill you. Like,
I like when you flinch when I do that, but we're on Zoom.
I'm just trained. I'm just trained at this point.
You just see Rhani getting nearer, and you're like, no, it's back.
It's like it's a Pavlovian response at this point.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay, let's talk about religion trauma.
Yeah, we're back. We're here. We're baby. Hey. I don't know. Sounds are happening. Hey. So, religion, Catelyn, Catholicism, words. So we're in Catelyn 4. Catelyn 4 and Catelyn's like, "Hey, take me to church." She wants to go to church. She wants to go to church, but not in that gay hosier way. No. She wants to go to the good rainbow church. Good rainbow church with her 7 gods and our three boys, 3 girls, and 1 non-binary. None of that gay shit. But she goes to the nearby sept because she's not allowed to leave. But in the last chapter, she was like, "Hey, can I at least go fucking pray for your dumbass?" And Renly's like, "Yeah, sure." So she goes, and she is just like going from like God statue to God statue, like praying and thinking her thinking thoughts. And she's doing lots of thinking. She's getting like lots of realizations. And she's like, "Oh, I think I know why my child Bran was almost murdered. I think he probably saw Jaime with the queen. If those kids are crazy incest babies, that's probably what he saw and probably why he was thrown out a window. God damn it." But then at the same time, she's like, "Well, but Cersei's a mom. I'm a mom. I guess I would try to protect my children. That's fair, I suppose, but fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, you crazy." And anyway, so she's going, she's praying for everybody. And George does like a really interesting thing with like the statues where like when the light hits the statue, like each of these figures kind of like looks like one of the people that she's thinking about. And it's very fun. But then it's basically daylight. Daylight is coming, so she's been praying all night, and the guys are like, "Hey, we gotta get back to camp to watch the war because that's our job now, I guess." And so she goes back to camp. She's like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try one more time with Renly. Let me try one more time with Renly." And so she goes to Renly's pavilion, and they're talking about war plans, and she's rolling her eyes. And finally, she's like, "Hey, bitch, I want to talk to you." And he's like, "Fine, talk." And she's like, "Okay, here's my plan. Let's all stop fucking around. We're gonna do a big alliance. We're gonna take out the Lannisters, and then we're gonna have a big, great council. We're gonna have Bran give his evidence about what happened, because this is what I think happened. And then at the Great Council, we will decide who does what, whatever, who's in charge, just like we used to do back in the day. How's that? Let's just like not kill each other." And Renly's like, "But I want to kill people. I want to kill people because I'm angry. I'm angry and I want to kill people." And I just got late. I forgot to say that at the end of the last chapter. He's like, hey, Loras, come pray with me. I forgot how to pray. Let's just go pray together. Because they be fucking. But anyway, so he's being a bitch, and Catelyn's like, I can't deal with this. I can't deal with this. And Brienne is just there being like, "I'm just dressing him, ma'am. I don't know what to do. Like, I'm just here. I like him. He doesn't know I exist, but I love him." And then
and then she's being a mean girl, being like, "He would never."
Yes, and then Catelyn's like, "Girl, he's just not that into you. I'm sorry." But then in the midst of all of this, there's a weird breeze at the door, and then oh no, the shadows are doing weird things, and then Catelyn is looking at Renly's shadow and is like, "Wait, why is the shadow moving? But you are not moving." And then the shadow pulls out a sword, but Renly hasn't pulled out a sword. And then suddenly stabify. Renly, he's bleeding out the neck. It's going crazy. And everyone's screaming, and Brienne's screaming, and then people are running in and be like, "Brienne, why the fuck did you kill him?" She's like, "I didn't know. I didn't do that." And then they start trying to kill Brienne. Brienne's like, "Fuck, but I'm better than you." And so she starts fighting everyone off, and she's fighting them off. And then Catelyn goes up to the one knight that she talked to a little bit, Robar Royce, who, fun fact, is I think the brother of the guy from the prologue chapter, Waymar Royce, or at least they're related.
Ah.
I'm pretty sure. So yeah, hey, because I think Bronzion Royce has a bunch of sons. So hey, another little thing. But she goes up to Robar and is like, "No, I saw it. I saw it. It was a shadow. It was magic. It was shit. She didn't do it. Look at who it is. It's the ugly girl who loves Renly. Of course she's not gonna kill him, for fuck's sake." And finally she's like, "I swear on my honor as a Stark and my dead husband's grave. Believe me." He's like, "Okay, fine, bet. I believe you." And so he's like, "Hey, grab Brienne and get out of here. I'm gonna distract him." And so he does, and then they get out, and Catelyn's like, "Brienne, just act chill, act chill. I know you're covered in blood, but act chill, and we're gonna just walk to the far end of the thing, and then here's a horse, and we're leaving. We're getting the fuck out of Dodge." And so they do, and Catelyn's like, "Well, fuck. This entire army is about to go over to Stannis, isn't it? And Stannis wants to kill my kid. Well, damn it." End of chapter. Hey.
Yeah, wow, I love how we start with religion lore and then we end with magic, with black shadow magic. I do love how we get basically like the religion lore dump of like, hey, we're gonna tell you about the seven, and it's just the Trinity. It's just the Trinity, but seven.
Yes, but also I do think that, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, I do think that there is some interestingly, there is some disagreement in like the religion,
Theology.
like the faith of the seven, in the theology, about whether it is one god or seven gods. Because I feel like later on we get someone saying like, no, it's seven, it's seven. But then like depending on which like septon you ask, something like no, it's one with seven aspects. So I have a memory of this. I think it's a thing. If it's not, you can tell me in the comments. But I do think that that's like a fun way to like kind of mirror like real life Christianity and the like, the non-Catholics who think the Catholics are weird because of the Trinity. So interesting. I don't know.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
like
the Son is the Father, is the Father is the Son, but is not the Father, and is the Holy Ghost, but is not the Holy Ghost, and right, all that jazz. I was raised in a cult that did not believe in the Nicene Creed, so I didn't do that.
No, you didn't. You did other things though.
Boy, did we. We don't believe it. The Trinity, that's weird, but you get a planet when you die. That's the ticket. That's the ticket.
That was my sorry, real quick side note. I loved when like I would, because I moved to Utah and I was Catholic and everyone around me was a Mormon, and like when they would like ask me questions and I would explain like the Trinity or something, then they'd be like, "That's so weird." Well, that's weird. I don't get that. I'm like, y'all, you believe you're wearing magic prescribed underwear that you believe was prescribed by God, and that because you wear the right underwear, you will get a planet one day. Don't tell me what's weird. You can't tell me what's weird.
And like, to be clear, if you want to, if that's what you believe, let your freak flag fly, baby. Like,
yeah,
in my
do
opinion,
what you want.
In my opinion, like, that's one of the things that kind of pisses me off about the Mormon church is they lost all the weird shit. Like, because they like tried to mainstream and like all the fun shit was lost. Like, hey, we got like weird spiritual shit and also we're kind of socialists. Like that was kind of fun. That was fun shit. And then they're like, no, we got to mainstream. And I'm like, ah. But anyways, yeah, don't glass houses. Like, it's fine. It's fine. Most Christians believe in the Nicene Creed and it's okay. And most. Anyways, religious rant aside.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, but I also did write down the stranger, our non-binary icon. It's not a man, not a woman. Who is it? I don't know. They, she, it. But then I do love that we get like, because then when we cut back to the tent and we get the whole like situation of where she's like overhearing the war plans and stuff, and we have all the yes men, which I also love how he's like, hey, okay, if we're gonna do this, like, let's do it now, because like we have the element of surprise, like, and Renly's like, no, we do it at the appointed hour because this is medieval Westeros, and we fight.
Well, because it's all about the optics.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
all optics. He's like, well, I don't want them to say that I was like traitorous because I went early, because I want to beat him, but I want it to look good, because it's all he cares about. He
Mm,
just wants to look good and people to perceive him in the way he wants to be perceived.
yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, but then I do love one of the tacticians, or like one of the generals is like, hey, it's like that's like tactically dumb, because like the reason Stannis said that is because he will have the sunlight behind him, so it will blind our soldiers as the sun is rising. So like that is a dumb idea. We should attack now while we have the advantage. Like, it's fine. But then I do also love that they're like, yeah, and don't fuck up my brother's body if you find it. Like, treat it with respect, because this is just Agamemnon. Like, and God, I hate that play. I had to read that play so many fucking times.
Yeah, same.
Like, it's so many times, so many different translations, and God, I don't care. God, I do not care about Agamemnon. Fuck that shit. I hate that play. Euripides, go suck a dick. I don't care. Which he probably did. But then I do love that we get our Salmon Barrister drop. We get a Selmy Barrister.
Well, don't.
How
I'm
is it
just gonna
pronounced?
say it, and you'll repeat. Barristan.
Barristan.
Selmy.
Selmy. Barristan.
Selma Barrister. Selma Burst Selman.
The Bernstein Bears.
Salmonella.
The Bernstein
Bears.
Bears. The Bernstein Bears. Selmy.
Barristan Selmy.
Barristan
Yes.
Selmy. Because I love how they're like, yeah, we haven't heard from from Selmy in a while, because like, he left because he's like, I'm gonna serve the true king. And I love how everyone keeps assuming like, oh, it's this person. He went to this person. Oh, he went to this person. No, bitch, he went to Dany. He's going to the source, baby. He's going to the source. He's like, none of this. Your great grandmother one time fucked a Targaryen. Like, none of that bullshit. I'm going to the source, baby. Give me those blonde-haired freaks. I know there's one of them out there still.
Yeah, though. No, I do love the presumption. It's just like the comment, like, this is about me, surely. Like, oh, if he's there, you're like, oh, I just want to bring him over to my side, because like, surely he's gonna be around here. He's gonna be with one of us, because we're the important ones.
It's like, no, girl. The world does not revolve around you, really. Once again, he is the drag queen who he's had too many drinks at the gig, and you cannot tell her shit. You cannot tell her shit. She is. If you do not have star quality, what are you doing here? Like, it's so bad. It's so bad. But then magic. Ronnie, we got some magic finally. We got, and it wasn't wolf dreams, and it wasn't wolf dreams, and it wasn't drag. We got magic. We got that like a shy shit. We got that good magic. We got that good
We
magic.
got that good.
We got that good. We got that good. We got weird shadow magic. We got it's great. It's the Shadow Man from The Princess and the Frog. It's great.
Yep.
Don't piss off.
No,
Don't piss off.
No, don't piss her off.
Don't piss a lesbian off. Don't piss a witchy lesbian off. They are going to come for you. Like,
oh, God. No, I do love. I love like the chaos around it, especially in the writing, because like I remember the first time I read it, I felt like it went like really quick. I was like, whoa, wait, he's dead. Oh, and I like had to reread it, because like there is such a there's like a lack of like tangibleness to how it's being described. There is a like, oh, there's like a shadow, it's acting weird, suddenly there's a sword in his neck, what's going on, like the shadow, and like Catelyn like having to piece it together as she like goes on, whereas like in the show, like we kind of like immediately like, oh, that kind of looks Stannis shaped, so that makes sense, what's stabbing him. But like here, like she doesn't realize, she like, it takes her like a few minutes of like talking through like, what did I see? I saw this, I saw this, and then it like occurs to her, she's like, no, that was Stannis. I can like, now I know what I was looking at, but like I have this weird gut feeling. And so I love that, like it's magic because it is so foreign, because it's so like weird and whatever, like it leaves like the people who are viewing it so like disoriented, and there's such a disoriented quality to how like the prose is written around it that's I think very fun and clever.
Well, it's like it's much more effective than the TV show because it's much more Hitchcockian, right? Of where like it's
Mm-hmm.
it's the whole thing of like you don't keep panning to the bomb. You just like let people know that there's a bomb, and then you just go about the scene, and you the audience know the dramatic irony of a bomb's about to go off. And it's like we've seen the chapters earlier with our red priestess lady like doing weird magic shit that you can't describe and killing people, right? We know what she can do. And then in the previous chapter we even get from Catelyn's like perspective, like, oh, red priestess, that's weird, they're not around here really, like they're kind of spooky and like, and then we get like the very spooky line of to what is it, think on your sins or something like that, or tend to your
Mm-hmm.
sins or whatever. And like, and so it's like we know some shit's about to go down, right? And so
Yeah.
then when it starts happening, it's like we go like, oh, some magic shit happened, right? It's like we don't need it.
Yeah.
In the TV show, it's like we gotta she fucks Stannis, and that makes a magic shadow
Okay,
baby.
that no. Well, that will be a thing. Okay, the show combines several things
Oh,
into one event that are split up. We will see stuff. I
oh,
don't. And we don't watch her fuck him. I don't think. I don't remember. But like, their shadow magic isn't done in this book. I'll just say. Okay.
great,
Cool. Yeah.
fabulous.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So but yeah, it's I like it the way that it is, because like you said, it's like very disorienting. It's like what the fuck happened, which is like more like you're in the moment of like, oh wait, because that's
Mm-hmm.
kind of what happens. Like if you've ever been in a situation where like something happens to another person, like violence wise, you're kind of like, wait, what the fuck? And like you go into like that
Mm-hmm.
animalistic like monkey brain of like, shit, what the fuck is going on? Like there's danger, I need to get away from the danger, right? So it's like it's very fun in the way that we get there. I also love how Catelyn, even though she be a mean girl, she's like, big girl with me now. anyone anyone, and then we get the line of like, anyone who tries to stop us, just kill them.
Yeah.
Like,
Uh-huh. She's not playing. She's not playing at all. And like I do I, I love that, and I love that they're like, okay, Brienne like is still like safe in the sense of like she has a person, they're on the move, whatever. But also just like poor Brienne. Poor Brienne. This whole like I feel so bad for her. She has like dedicated herself to this dude, that she like loves so much. And after all that hard work, he's not only going to die in her arms in front of her, like her feeling like she has failed him, but like now everyone thinks it's her.
yeah.
Everyone thinks it's her, and is immediately like I'm gonna kill her. I'm gonna kill the lady that killed Renly. Boom, 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 boom. It's like so like God damn it. She really can't catch a break. She
She
really can't.
She really can't. It's so sad. She just God.
But on the flip side, though, the way that the second she springs into action, she is besting all these people and she's fighting everyone at the same time, and they are losing. I'm like, just
And that was
get
her
it,
and that
girl.
was her audition with Catelyn, and Catelyn's like, so that's my new guard.
Uh-huh. Sold. Yes. Wonderful interview. Your skills are impressive. Thank you. And
anyways,
it's great.
anyways, grab this horse. We're out of here. Like,
Yes. And yeah, we're out. An honorable mention to Robar Royce, because like I love a guy that like gets with it quickly.
hmm,
Like, hey, like Catelyn being like, I'm not a liar, you know who I am. Can we skip the part where you like think that this is all a bit? And he's like, you know what? Nope, correct. Y'all get out of here because this is about to get messy.
yeah.
And yeah, like, well, I won't spoil it, but like he's a good guy. He's a good guy, and like thanks for doing the right thing despite the problems it'll cause you. We love,
We we
we
love
love, we
we
love.
stand. That's really all I got. It's a pretty short and
Yeah,
snappy chapter.
yeah, no, very fun though, very fun.
Magic,
Okay,
magic.
magic, magic. Okay, so Let's go to our question of the week. This one, let's see, comes from ooh, I don't know how to say it. Uh, Amina Green 9495. If you could cast your dream episode of Wife Swap with the mothers of Westeros, who would you pick and why?
Oh,
I think this
Cersei,
is very simple.
Cersei and Catelyn.
Absolutely. Absolutely, 1,000%. Catelyn being in charge of Joffrey, but with the authority of like a mother in a wife swap situation where you have to like follow the rules or whatever. I don't know if you watched that as a kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
like the
no, I'm sorry. Go on. Finish.
Oh, just like the way that she would like whip this piece of shit into shape, the way that she would take none of his bullshit, the way that she would like turn it back on him. Because like again, we've talked about like Catelyn, our reformed mean girl, like she can be a bully if she wants to. Let's turn some of that Jon Snow abuse. Let's and let's turn it on Joffrey. I would love that. That'd be incredible.
Well, it also might be because do you remember that episode where there's like the kid who like leaves because the mom's like making him eat healthy, and he like packs his bag and he like leaves. He's like, "I'm never coming back again." Like I think that'd be Joffrey. He'd be like packing his little suitcase, and he'd be like, "I tried to be nice."
See, I think it would be more urgent. I think it'd be Joffrey, like, get her away from me. I can't. Please, no more. She's making me pray every time I try to hurt an animal, and I've been stuck in the church for days praying. Let me out.
And then the way, and it's like I think Cersei in a way would also kind of be good for the Starks because she'd be like, like in like a way, cause she'd
Is she the fun mom? Are you saying she's the fun mom?
She'd be the fun mom. She'd be the fun mom. She would loosen those kids up because Ned would be like,
she's pouring them all wine.
Yeah.
She's giving them all wine.
Like, because Ned's like, winter's coming, and she's like, yeah, but it's still summer. Like, and then she'd be like, you know what, Jon Snow, you all right. And like that's all it would take with Jon Snow. That's all it would take, and he'd be like, my trauma.
God, but can you imagine like Cersei's like gonna get in there and be like looking around and like at the kids and be like, so are y'all dating each other or no or yes or
y'all kind of look like each other, so like I don't really like I don't know, like
that's like a bonus, right? No, just me. That's okay. Cool.
Okay, cool. Whatever. You do it up differently up north. Whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. Marrying people you're not related to. Weird.
Whatever. That.
Cool.
Whatever. Oh, fine. Cool. But no.
I also think like Arya would torture the shit out of her, and that would be very funny.
Oh my god.
That'd be like the wild child Arya, like just like ripping her the shit out of Cersei's hair.
Oh yeah,
like tearing her sleeves and
toads
shit.
Toads in the throne room. Like it'd be crazy.
Yes. Like that's funny. Yes, absolutely. Thank you very much. Please remember, if you want to leave a question, drop it in the comments and we will answer it. The more unhinged, the better. Okay, and then moving on to our final segment, Spicer. I think it's pretty easy. Who's our favorite death of the week?
It's Renly, baby. It's our diva, our brunch diva, a diva down. You know what? And she is that drag queen who she was the look queen. She came on the season. She got a little too cocky because she won a couple of challenges, but then like she did really bad in the acting challenge, and like she didn't eat humble pie, and she did okay in the lip sync, but then like she only just barely like made it, and so then she's back and she's acting a little too cocky, and she hasn't eaten her humble pie yet, and everyone's like, girl, you gotta eat your humble pie. She's like, no, I'm the best. It is I. And then she gets sent home immediately. Like it's like, girl, have a little bit of self-awareness, and also don't fuck with a magic witch lesbian.
Yeah. No, fully agree with your assessment there. Thank you. And honestly, like having the death here, like had it happened like several chapters ago, maybe I'd be like, oh, that's kind of sad. But like after he'd been like a bitch for so long for these like last two chapters, I'm like, yeah, kill him, kill the little bitch. I'm done.
I'm done.
So no, it was very enjoyable in that regard. But yeah, so I think that's it for the week. Next week our chapters are, let's see, I wrote them down. Jon IV, Bran V, and Tyrion VIII. Remember, you can read along with us if you want to, or just listen to his yap. And yeah, thank you so much for listening. And say goodbye, Spicer.
Goodbye, Spicer.